May 17th marked 65 years since the Supreme Court decided in Brown v. Board of Education that in public schools, separate but equal is not equal. Still, segregation in schools remains a major issue in cities across the nation. And New York City has one of the most segregated school systems in the country. Here's the story.
I am in front of you 65 years after the Supreme Court decided segregation had to go.
Earlier this month, the City Council held an oversight hearing on segregation in the New York City school system. On the docket were discussions about creating more gifted and talented programs, expanding reporting on demographics of students and teachers, and the primary focus of the day, what to do with the controversial Specialized High School Admissions Test, or SHSAT.
We are continuing our efforts to eliminate the Specialized High School Admissions Test. No other city in the country uses a single test for admissions. Let me repeat that. No other city or system in the country uses a single test for admissions to their specialized schools.
The New York City public school system offers 9 specialized high schools out of approximately 500 high schools. 8 of these specialized schools, including the prestigious Brooklyn Tech, Bronx Science, and Stuyvesant high schools, offer acceptance based solely on how 8th grade students perform on the SHSAT. The New York City school system demographically breaks down into 40.5% Hispanic, 26% Black, 16.1% Asian, and 15% white. Yet this upcoming school year, only 7 Black students were accepted into Stuyvesant High School's 895 spots.
What outcomes has a single test led to in New York City? This year, Black and Latino students received only 10% of the admissions offers to our 8 specialized schools, in a school system that is nearly, as I've mentioned, 70% Black or Latino.
The inequity problem starts long before students sit down for the SHSAT. Kids get their foundational education in elementary school, and Council Education Committee Chair and former teacher Mark Traeger explains that placement into early elementary school gifted and talented programs is also based on a single test.
Right now, as we speak, the City of New York tests 4-year-olds on one single measure to determine if they are gifted and talented. That's problematic. At 4 years old, you're probably only testing privilege or whether the kid had a good or bad day.
In fact, a 2018 Wall Street Journal article chronicled a tutoring program that charges up to $400 an hour to prepare 4-year-olds for the test, giving wealthier families a distinct advantage. The opportunity to participate in gifted and talented programs can also create challenges because not all schools offer the program. And as with top-tier high schools, opting for a great gifted and talented program can mean a longer daily commute for students if their local school doesn't offer GNT or if they don't get a spot in their local program. And transportation can also be an issue. Student Sonajara Njai pointed out in her testimony that it had been 5 years since New York State schools were named the most segregated in the nation by a UCLA study, and 5 years since the City Council called for the Department of Education to integrate the school system.
I've heard a lot of adults say how much they love hearing from student voice, how much they value us. I agree. Student voice is great. But you know what I prefer? Adult action.
But action has been slow-moving for a variety of reasons. The SHSAT requirement for admission to these elite specialized high schools became New York state law in 1971, known as the Hecht-Calandra Act.
The truth is that the current single test admissions process was enshrined in state law almost 50 years ago as a direct response to integration efforts to increase the number of Black and brown students in specialized high schools. And legislation that was based on racism must not stand.
Because the SHSAT is state law, it must be undone by the state, though many members of the City Council and Chancellor Carranza have pushed for this. Still, there are those who think the test should stay. Some alumni groups of specialized high schools have been vocal about keeping the SHSAT, as have some parent groups, mostly made up of Asian American New Yorkers. This year, Asian American students made up about 51% of the offers for specialized high school spots, despite making up just 16.1% of the city's student population. Council member Peter Koo spoke at both a protest before the hearing and the hearing itself.
If you abolish the test, How will we identify students with talent?
Parent Xu Hui Ni describes himself as a first-generation immigrant from China with a low income who has 2 kids in the New York City school system. He expressed his concern about losing the SHSAT at the hearing and spoke with us through a translator.
The examination itself is not biased. For us Asian Americans, except for merit-based examination, there's no other leeway or pathway for us to go through to obtain a good education.
Groups like the one protesting outside of the hearing, of which Ni is a part, are instead calling for the city to fix grades K through 8 to allow all students a better chance at doing well on the test. Then there's the matter of determining what a revised specialized high school admissions process would look like. But Chancellor Carranza indicates that taking into account other facets of education could reinforce students doing their best all year round.
We tell our middle school students, do well, do your homework, get good grades, play a sport, play an instrument, get involved in a club, don't get suspended, don't get into trouble. Yet none of that matters if they want to go to a specialized school, because all they have to do is take a test that is not aligned to the state standards, which is what they're studying all day long, and they have to get a certain score on that test.
In Manhattan, I'm Maddie Orton for MetroFocus.